How are you, my people? Ever wonder if there's more to the internet than meets the eye? Well, there is. Picture the internet as an iceberg. What we see and use daily, the social media sites, the online shopping platforms, the news outlets, they're just the tip. This visible part constitutes only about 30% of the entire internet. So, what's the rest, you ask? Welcome to the uncharted territories, the hidden depths of the internet iceberg, known as the dark web. This part of the internet isn't something you'll stumble upon while casually. It's not indexed by your standard search engines like Google or Bing. It's a place where anonymity is king, and activities are shrouded in mystery. It's a world that requires specific tools and know-how to access. So remember our iceberg analogy? The internet, is just the tip. The dark web, that's what lurks beneath. So what exactly is this dark web? Let's dive into the shadows to understand it better. The dark web, often associated with a sense of mystique and intrigue, is a part of the internet that's intentionally hidden and inaccessible through standard web browsers. Its inception dates back to the late 90s, developed by the US military as a means to send and receive encrypted communications. Why does it exist, you ask? The answer lies in the very essence of the dark web: privacy and anonymity. It uses encryption technologies such as Tor to mask users' identities and online activities. This means that when you're on the dark web, your identity, location, and what you're doing there remain concealed. But it's not just a hideout for the tech-savvy. The dark web serves a multitude of purposes, both legal and illegal. On one hand, it's a haven for whistleblowers, providing a secure platform to share sensitive information without fear of reprisal. It's also a channel for activists living under repressive regimes to communicate safely. However, the veil of anonymity the dark web provides can also be exploited for nefarious purposes. It's a marketplace for illegal trade, from drugs and firearms to stolen data and counterfeit money. It's also a breeding ground for hackers, who can carry out their activities undetected. Despite its ominous reputation, it's important to remember that the dark web isn't inherently evil. It's a tool, and like any tool, its impact depends on how it's used. It can be a force for good, offering a lifeline for those living under oppressive regimes, or a means for whistleblowers to reveal the truth. But in the wrong hands, it can also be a platform for some of the most dangerous activities on the internet. And so the dark web is a double-edged sword, a place of anonymity that can protect privacy or harbor illicit activity. Let's distill what we've learned about the dark web. Often shrouded in mystery and misperception, the dark web is a part of the internet that's intentionally hidden and inaccessible through standard web browsers. It's a digital realm that values privacy above all else, with users often anonymized and untraceable. But it's not all cloak and dagger. The dark web can be a haven for those seeking refuge from surveillance, censorship, and oppression. However, it's also a breeding ground for illicit activities, from cybercrime to black market trading. The ethical implications are vast and multifaceted. While it can be a beacon of freedom in an increasingly monitored world, it's also a place where the rules of society often don't apply. The dark web is a complex, concealed part of the internet, a realm where privacy is prized, but where shadows can hide a myriad of activities. Should you venture into the dark web? You might be pondering this question, intrigued by the unknown. The dark web, an enigma in the digital world, can serve worthy causes, but it's far from being harmless. It's an environment where privacy is held in high regard, a double-edged instrument that can safeguard freedom of speech, while conceivably providing a safe harbor for malicious intent. The ethical implications are complicated, and the possibilities for misuse are substantial, necessitating careful footsteps. Known for its anonymity, the dark web is a refuge for those who prefer to stay hidden. This can be a boon for individuals attempting to shield themselves from the prying eyes of oppressive regimes, or for whistleblowers who reveal corruptions and injustices. However, this shroud of anonymity also provides a hideout for those who exploit it for untoward activities. Crimes such as identity theft, drug trafficking, and the sale of illegal weapons often find a home in this shadowy corner of the web. The allure of the unknown can be tempting, but the dark web isn't a whimsical journey. It's a vast, uncontrolled cyberspace where the stakes are sky high. It's like navigating a labyrinth, each turn uncovering something new and potentially dangerous. The unpredictability and lack of control make it a risky venture for the unprepared. For those who dare to explore, they must be fully aware of the potential dangers and consequences that may come their way. As such, it's essential to remember that this space isn't confined to illicit activities. It's also a platform for important conversations about freedom, privacy, and the right to information. Remember, the internet, like any tool, is only as good or as bad as the hands that wield it. Stay curious, stay informed, and above all, stay safe online.